Well, police, we're just told now, police have not yet arrested anyone in connection with last night's looting of shops belonging to foreign nationals in Soweto. Several shops were looted, including areas in Dobsonville, Rockville, Zola, Meadowlands and Protea Glen. Now, Maageketla Mohlabe is on the scene for us. Maageketla, we're just getting reports now of no arrests. You earlier reported that 6 people were arrested. Could you clarify?
Well, good morning to you, Blaine. Well, let me just then tell you that we understand that now 7 people have been arrested following that overnight looting. And of course, this is the result behind me here. And of course, every shop, almost every corner in Soweto where you could actually pass by, this is the kind of situation you see behind here. Doors broken in, of course, shops broken in, on the floor, leveled. There's literally nothing anymore. So that's just the extent of the looting that took place overnight here. But of course, Dr. Hosientsu Ramokopa also came through and of course is joining me now. Thanks so much for your time. You are an MEC for Gauteng Economic Development. What's your assessment at this stage?
Well, I guess it's a tragic event. I mean, the fact that people have been assaulted, shops have been looted, and it's almost a 4th installment of such incidents. We think that there must be a 2-pronged approach. The first one is law enforcement, ensure that we stop acts of illegality, ensure that the assaults, acts of criminality are brought to an end. And then secondly, it's a more enduring solution, and that solution is an economic solution. Because I guess it's a manifestation of a bigger grievance. People are expressing a grievance about unemployment, lack of opportunities and choices, and that's a situation that we want to address going forward. And in fact, on Tuesday, we're meeting with the leadership of informal traders from across the length and breadth of Gauteng, trying to fashion responses to the economic situations in the township. The 6th administration has committed through the Premier to ensuring that we revitalize the economy of townships, the reindustrialization of townships. So this is part of an ongoing effort. But for now, it's about stability, come and address acts of illegality, and will come with a more enduring solution.
I mean, this is not the first time we've seen this kind of incidents happen, more especially in Soweto. We were here a couple of months ago during service delivery protests. We see people continue to loot. Is this really going to be stoppable in your view?
Well, yes, I mean, you're absolutely correct. I think the last incident was 2018 in November. Like I said, this is about like the 4th installment. So I'm saying that until you address the root causes, the underlying problems. So like I said, this is simply a manifestation. It can take a different turn tomorrow. It could be an attack on some installation, on some establishment. But you have to address issues of youth unemployment, issues of lack of opportunities. As we're driving around here, you can also see even now. I mean, people are here. The great majority of them is young people who should be able-bodied, who should be at work, but the opportunities are not there. So we need to find those opportunities, and that's why we're working tirelessly to ensure that we bring a package of interventions targeted at townships in particular to ensure that they were able to create these opportunities. The Premier has indicated on the 1st of July that within 100 days, all of us as MECs must present these interventions, and we are more than ready. We're at the tail end of polishing them. Like I said, we have had engagement with the primary stakeholders, informal traders in this area of Soweto and other parts of the province. I am more than confident that we'll present an enduring solution, and we'll be able to demonstrate that it will be funded both by the fiscus, the public purse, and also with collaboration with private sector.
And how badly does this kind of incident really affect the economy in any township in Gauteng?
Well, one is that it's a bad projection, I mean, for outside the country. As we are beaming some of these pictures, people will have a different interpretation and understanding of the nature of the conflict here, that people are rising up against foreign nationals, and it brings about sentiments of xenophobia and all of that. But all I'm saying is that the underlying problem is an economic problem. problem. The second one is that it just disturbs normality and how people go about doing their chores, I think, and it's something that requires our attention. So it is important that for us to be able to ensure that there's normality, address the root causes. And at the heart of this grievance is about opportunities, about employment, it's about ensuring that people are able to fend for themselves, are able to meet their demands. So we are confident that when we present this package, we are going to respond comprehensively to the situation here and demonstrate how we lift people out of poverty, especially in the seas of poverty that are located in the townships.
Are you then going to engage the shop owners that were affected? I mean, I can see that they've actually been moved out of this area. Are you going to engage them from here?
Oh, yes. So we have done the first leg. So this is the sponsor shop owners, the informal traders, like I said, engage the leadership. And now is to go and engage the affected parties here, trying to understand the situation, at least through their lenses, and then try to configure a point of intersection, coexistence, so that we are able to uplift the economies of these spaces. Obviously, there are issues of regulation, there are issues of zoning, there are issues of licensing, there are issues of whether people are documented or undocumented. So we need to address those in their comprehensiveness, and out of that we'll be able to hopefully present an enduring solution to this problem. But at the risk of repeating, at the heart of this is it's a grievance about the economic situation, and we are more than determined to ensure that we bring solutions to this challenge.
Thanks so much for your time, sir. And of course, let's just bring in Captain K. Makubele, who's been on the ground since the morning. We understand that 7 people have been arrested so far. Can you just confirm that for us, please?
Yes, indeed, I can confirm that 7 people were arrested for public violence and looting of the shops. However, they also recovered some stolen property, which we believe have been taken from the looting, and fridges. So we will be continuing doing our raiding as we identify those who are responsible for looting in the area.
I mean, there are allegations that this could be a group that keeps on saying that we are doing this simply because of the incident that happened 2 weeks ago downtown Johannesburg during your raid. Could that also be confirmed?
Well, they've been talking a lot of stories about the prompt of this incident, but we will be making sure that we investigate all the information which is coming forward as to get to the bottom of what prompted this incident to happen.
But then what is your message to this community? Because, I mean, UNR, it's not really the first time for UNR to be here. We saw this kind of incidents happen over and over again during protests, and surprisingly, we didn't see any protest yesterday. What is your message really to the residents?
Well, the message is very clear. It's for the community to remain calm. If they've got their grievances, they have to approach the relevant authority. As the MEC is here, is indicating that they are willing to talk to whoever have his problem, either the shop owners or else the people who are residing here. The police, the relevant authority will make sure that they discuss with them and resolve their problems.
Thanks so much for your time, Captain. And of course, Blaine, let's bring some of the locals here shortly. Sir, thanks so much for your time. I mean, I heard you talking about, you sounded like you're actually endorsing this particular act.
I'm not like endorsing it, but then it's wrong lento yenziwayo, and then so sirong kanje phinde ngivumele futhi because igovernment yethu siqale sifaka isikhalo asizwakala isikhalo sethu, so kumele abantu baze ba-act kuze igovernment izozwakala, because I think yonke lento yenzakala la ikhosi yayo yonke igovernment yethu. So igovernment yethu mengazama man ukuthi labantu mabeza la babe nama permits ba bank mabathengisa imali yabo bayifaka ebank ukuze economy yethu izokwazi ukugenerate, because manje sihlele lokushini asinamisebenzi anyeke siye kuhlala singaluthari. I was in there yesterday but I'm here today ngiyaqedelela umsebenzi abawenza izolo yabo because laba bayasidurisela yonke into yabo iyadura etime yabo inama-5 phezulu in hamba ngemali extra phezulu ka-MTN ka-Vodacom abayazi le nto le yona etime bathe 5 rand because if bekuyi-550 mele basho ukuthi 5 rand 50 etime
Okay, so your complaint is that everything that they sell here it's expensive and you can't afford, and of course you are also among young people that are affected when it comes to unemployment in the township. But how is this justifiable, really, if I may ask, to actually loot these particular shops around the township?
This thing is not justifiable, Nebutami. It's completely wrong, because if mangicabanga if begu malumami, if begu putwami, or begu one of member of family yakithi benyeke ngithande kuyenzakale kanje kuyo. And the izinto zabo I won't say ukuthi ziyadura as such, but then bakhona eminye imindeni abangakhona uku-afforda kuyo, yabo. And so abasikolotise masothenga bayithatha imali but masokolotisa abasasazi, yabo. So I think it's best ukuthi labantu bangasabuye wonke lama shops wabo occupayo abantu abamnyama, maybe ne unemployment rate ingathi ukuncipha kancane.
All right, thanks so much for your time, my brother. Of course, Blaine, the gentleman saying that he really does not expect rather these foreign nationals who were occupying these particular shops to come back. In his view, their stuff or their goods are expensive for them. On the other side, he expects these shops to be operated only by locals. But of course, these are some of the sentiments that you hear in the streets around the township. You wonder if that incident last night was perpetuated by that particular sentiment. But of course, police will definitely be monitoring the situation here in Soweto. We understand that 7 people have been arrested so far. They are facing charges of vandalism, on the other side theft, and they were found in possession of those goods. So we will definitely be bringing you the latest here in Soweto.
All right, Maageketla, appreciate you reporting. Thank you very much indeed. We will try to catch up with you a little later on. So just to clarify any earlier confusion that might have been there when we started the link with Maageketla, 7 people, he has confirmed, 7 people have been arrested for public violence as well as looting. And this follows the looting of the various shops in Soweto last night. So Maageketla will bring us the latest.